Hey guys, Lee Dixon with Whitetail Partners here. We got the planter hooked up behind us. We're about to go to a property. We did the consultation for this client last year. He's a local farmer. He's got all the equipment to do it himself. He's done a great job of implementing our plan already. We're in a really unique situation in the South with a drought. You know, August, September has been really dry on us here. And the Mississippi River is at a historical low. Not good for farmers. They, deliver most of their grain to the river here. Definitely their soybeans, and we've got a lot of limitations on draft restrictions with these barge lines. It's just too shallow to sink those barges very deep. So very important that they get their crop out right now. So we're going to help him out and get his food plots planted for him, and yeah, he's excited, and we're going to help him out. And we chose this Buffalo blend. We did the consultation last year and he's implemented it, but we did a select timber harvest on a part of his property, and then we put some hidey hole food plots in there, and one of those food plots is where they stage their logging equipment, which is unfortunately really heavy, and it compacts that soil. And right now he's having some erosion issues with that water runoff. So we think this Buffalo blend over the next couple years will start building that organic matter back up and get that soil health where it needs to be for years to come. So we're going to hit the fields with the planter. Hope y'all enjoy it. Stay tuned. Thank y'all. Hey guys, check out these Eagle Seed Large Lad Browse Pressure soybeans. We're mid to late September. What's going on around you that you can't see? There's a ton of harvest going on around this country, and those soybeans, once they start maturing and the leaves start turning brown, that's not palatable anymore for the deer, and then they switch to other food sources. These were planted last week of May, and they're still green as a gourd. The deer are still hammering them. All of a sudden, I'm the last game in town. I love doing this every year, and these Eagle Seed Large Lad soybeans are killer. I love them. And I'm gonna turn the camera around for you in just a minute. You can see I've planted a lot of this. I've interseeded it with some greens for this fall as well. So I'm gonna have my grain here, and then I'm gonna have strategically planted greens behind you here that I'm gonna show you in just a second. Love this. I love this setup. I've got my access screen in the back here. Killer. It's a killer spot. All right, check this out. I've interseeded a lot of these Large Lad soybeans. I left them standing strategically where I wanted to create kind of I call it a false edge. It's just not natural, but I use my food plots. I use that height as edge, and I try to funnel deer where I want them. They'll use this edge perfectly. And you see a lot of these soybeans that you plant, they'll start standing back up. Some of them will, some of them won't, and that's okay. But they feel secure in here no matter what, because there's still some height. They can walk through here. They don't feel like it's bare. I love it. I love doing this. So I encourage you, beans and greens, if you're not doing it today, you need to implement that on your property. It's killer. They love it. Quick little tip for y'all. This is super dry soil, and when you're planting your seed in super dry soil, don't be scared of it. Just make sure that you plant it at the optimum depth. You don't want to plant it too deep when you don't have any subsoil moisture, because when you finally do get that rain, definitely if it's like a monsoonal rain and you plant it too deep, if it's really heavy rain, it'll compact that soil harder than concrete. And some of those little tiny seeds, if you're planting clover in the fall, that's just not going to have the energy to push through that compacted soil. So we barely cover this up when you're in these dry conditions like this, and when you finally do get that rain, it'll come through nice and even stand for you. There's an old saying from farmers: plant it in the dust, the grain bins will bust. So we're hoping that comes true for us this year, because boy, it is dry out here. So we're planted up. Hope you enjoyed that little pro tip. Good luck this fall.